And we're live. Let go. Alright. So I'm not dumb anymore. I figured out how to do things. And I have a microphone. Alright, so this is Castleminer Z. Don't know if any of you know what this game is. Probably do. If you're cool and not bad. We're gonna go with endurance because that's the basic mode. Holy crap. Okay, why can I only turn down the music volume and the just everything is so loud, and why did I spawn in a tree? Okay, cool. Everything is so loud. How loud's the gun? Okay, it's actually not. Yeah, why can I not turn down? Okay, this is just weird and or dumb. But yeah, okay, so here's Castleminer Z. I've already known how to play this game. Oh, mine faster! Because I played it on Xbox 360, and I thought that was the only way you could get that game. Oh! Oh. Give. Okay. But if you guys are veterans, like I am, you would know that this isn't, you know, the usual, or Xbox 360 veterans, should I specify. Yeah, this isn't like how it was on 360. I got it on PC because I had like $6, and I was like, hey, this game's only like $5. Why not get it? Because I don't really have anything else to show you guys. Except Realms of Magic, but you guys didn't seem to really like that on the third episode. I don't know. Maybe you're losing interest, but you sure seem to like the first two. Okay, I don't know how loud that is to you guys. I just hope it's not ridiculously loud. I'll try to go over it, and if it's bad, I'm just gonna re-edit it. Also, everything's really arranged weirdly, and I don't like it. It always takes forever to mine iron. The stone pick. And your stone pick breaks really easily. Oh. And there's always... What? There's always, like, things everywhere. And by things, I mean enemies. But on 360, for people who have only played this game on PC, or I guess the OG version, because I think this is like the updated version. They had an OG one, which is probably the 360 version. It wasn't like this, where it was one set difficulty, and you didn't really have a health bar, or stamina for that matter. Why can't I run? What happened to my stamina bar? Is that... Oh, okay. Yeah, sprint. Why can't I sprint? Okay, I don't know. For some reason I can't sprint. And that's not okay with me, but... And I can't double jump either. Oh, is this like an endurance mode thing where I can't do that? Weird, okay. I was playing on a scavenger, I think it was. Because I always liked creative mode on 360, where you could only get it from buying another game. It's like Avatar Warfare. It's like one of those really bad Avatar games where it's just like a copy of some other game, but Avatar. And oh, that's not what I wanted. And okay, wood. if you actually bought that game, not the trial, you had to get the whole full game, which was like $3, and nobody wanted to waste $3 on that, because that's, you know, kind of BS. Um, oh, it's kind of BS, but you could like look up codes, and I think some of them worked. I don't think all of them did though. But creative was always fun, because I could put enemies on, yet have infinite resources. Yet I could still die. So it's kind of like putting in a cheat code for infinite money in a game where money's a big deal. Like, that's how I felt it was like. And I really like games like that, where I kind of have infinite resources, but it's still means of survival. I don't need this. Oh, but I need to move. Okay. I forgot what I was talking about because I'm being scared. How much? Okay. Oh, and it's almost night, or pretty much is. Yeah, but this is what I sound like in real life, unless the audio comes out real crappy, and maybe that's not what I sound like. You wouldn't know. Maybe you do, if you know me personally. If you're subscribed to me, because I think all my subscribers are my friends, because I'm cheap like that. But this game was really fun. Me and my friends used to play this all the time on 360. It was like the only game we played pretty much, other than like Black Ops 2 maybe. Because we like playing zombies on that. Ow, that's still really loud. Okay, I need to make a base here. Yeah, I don't know if you guys have ever played Castleminer Z. I mean, you might have, if you're like a 360 veteran, or maybe you just played it on PC, who knows? Uh-oh. And, I mean, if you're seeing this for the first time, this is probably horrifying to you. Or maybe it's not, because the graphics aren't the best. Honestly, I'm just waiting on Castleminer Z 2. Because this game was good enough to not be a complete piece of garbage, like other Avatar games were, sort of. And this was kind of like... This game kind of gives you faith in Avatar games, just because you can realize the potential of a game like this, and realize that, oh, you know, even with limited resources or stuff that you use on like a 360, because that's pretty old compared to what we have now. I still use my 360 though. But compared to what we have, I mean, that's a pretty old technology that like only the 360 was using pretty much. Or maybe like PS3, PS2 maybe. I don't know. Probably not PS3. And it's kind of funny because I'm not like a huge PC guy. I love PC games. Not politically correct games, potato computer games, and I mean, I played game. Jeez, I thought that was a zombie. And I actually grew up playing on a PS2, PlayStation 2. And I think my first ever game I played on PlayStation 2 was when I was like 6 or 7 or something. And I think It was one of these two games. It was either Destroy All Humans, which was inappropriate for me at the time, but my mom didn't know that until like 10 minutes of me playing it. And then she took that away because she just thought it was one of those innocent alien games where you just blow everything up. Was not, but the remaster looks really good, and I'd like to be able to play that game for real. And then the second game that I played was Call of Duty 3, the original one, with Nichols, and that was really fun. I never finished it. I got to like, I always say the 5th level, but I don't really know how the levels went accordingly. I got to the part where, if anyone played it, I got to the part where it was about like, I remember like a giant factory, and it was night, and there was like cornfields burning or something, and maybe you arrived in a Jeep, I don't know, but I think that's as far as I got. And then, my mom was actually fine with me playing those games. It was actually my dad that, oh jeez, that kind of had a fuss about it, because he didn't want me to be exposed to like violence and all that. It's not like he's a pansy or anything. I think he just thought it was like, you know, bad at the time, right? Like, you don't want your kid to be growing up surrounded by like violence and murder and all that, right? Which is understandable. Later on, I was later on, my dad actually got the game again for 360. I played a bit of that some more, but I still didn't finish it, I don't think. But replaying it, I got some flashbacks of some levels. My favorite levels are always the ones that you get to, oh jeez. My favorite levels are always like the ones that you get to drive like Jeeps on. I'm sorry if this audio is really loud, because to me it is. Don't know if it is the same for you guys. Hope it isn't. But I can't turn this audio down. Also, I turned my headset volume to max. I don't know if that's blasting your ear holes out. I'll probably check it before I upload. I need that. How much did I need? I need 2, right? Yeah, okay, we'll just make another one for now. Oh, hi. Yeah, okay, I don't know how to access this lower part of my inventory. I don't know if you can or not. That might be just a placeholder thing. Not like a placeholder game mechanic, but like a placeholder... Oh, geez, hi. For like, you know, actually holding stuff there. That's a lot of iron in here. Actually, I'll go into controls after I mine this iron, and I'll see. But yeah, my favorite levels were always the ones where you got to drive vehicles. In any shooter game, or just mainly any game really, my favorite games are always the ones that you know, get to drive around in like vehicles. I don't know. Like in Halo Reach, I really like Halo Reach, or just Halo, because it's like, it's a shooter game, but you also get to drive vehicles, and mainly during the campaign missions too. It's not just like multiplayer, which Call of Duty never really seemed to do. I remember it was either like Advanced Warfare, or I think it was Black Ops 2 actually, or Advanced Warfare. At one point you got to drive a car, but that was like forward. It was like some SWAT van or something. But that was only like forward, and you just try not to crash into cars or something like that. And I just wondered why they never stuck with... Oh, it's G. Okay. Oh, cool. Okay, figured it out. And I never understood why they didn't stick with, you know, vehicles in the games, like in your main campaign or anything. That always kind of bugged me, because I always thought that was like one of the coolest parts about it. I'll make one, I guess. Okay. Yeah. And then I think the first... Okay, I always like played Call of Duty. And, oh, that's destructible material. Probably want to block that up. I always played Call of Duty, or at least I played Call of Duty 3, and then my stepdad played World at War, which is still one of my favorite Call of Duties. Always got to watch him play zombies, and I was always so, like, fascinated, because you're just looking at, like, blood and guts and zombies, and it's like, whoa, this stuff's so cool, right? But it's like, oh, you can't play that, because you're too little. And I wasn't even really allowed to watch it, but occasionally when my mom wasn't looking. And those games were always fun to play. And then, like, the first Halo I got was Halo 3, and that was when I was, like, 12? Or, no, before 12. It was, like, I don't know, I was, like, 10 or something, I don't know. I don't remember. But I played Halo 3, and I had no idea what was going on, but that was okay, pretty much, because looking back... one, it ignited my love for Halo. Ow! My ears. More than, Call of Duty, sorry to say. Just because of how much cooler it was, because it's like, you fight aliens, which kind of seems like an overused thing. But Halo makes it seem like a whole new thing, because it's like, whoa, you're fighting all these different types of aliens. It's not just like, aliens! It's not just like, oh yeah, here's the gray humanoid aliens everyone knows and loves type thing. It's like, oh, here's all these different races of aliens combined in this covenant type thing, right? And that was really cool. And in Halo 3, I didn't really need to play much of, like, any other Halo to really understand the story thoroughly, especially when I'm a kid. I don't care, right? Just a game. I'm gonna play it. Oh, this is actually really perfectly put here. And so, of course, I was just like, whoa, this game's really cool. And I saw that they use vehicles in the main story, and I was like, what? Whoa. And I was super intrigued from the... nope, okay. And I was super intrigued from the start, because I was like, oh yeah, vehicles, alright, what a deal. Okay, that's good. Oh, that's not, but we'll fix that in a second. And sorry if you guys are getting bored by my, like, life story, but I don't know what to talk about. Unless, like, you want to hear how my day is going, and honestly, nothing's happening. Just me playing games. And now, ow, that snow sounds so loud. I mean, now that I've got a mic, I'm probably going to upload way more often. Especially if you guys like the content that I'm uploading. You guys don't really say anything. One guy left a comment one time, and that was really nice. Don't remember his name, would shout him out, don't remember his name, but if you were the guy who commented on my page and you still watch my channel and or have watched it, thank you for your comment, because you're the first person to comment. And he said, don't worry about not uploading, because you should focus on school and stuff. And I know that's cliche, but it's like, you know, first impressions type thing, right? So that guy I already knew was like a nice guy. And he's probably exploring small channels or something. Or maybe he's just looking for Realms of Magic specifically. Oh, more iron. I'll just leave it like that. I also, I do have an Xbox One. Won't give out my gamer tag though, because that's a little unnecessary, and I'm too early into my career to be doing such things like that. Actually, I should do. I don't know if these videos are like way too long for you guys to watch or something, but I mean, like, if you want me to change up some things, that will make it more suitable for you guys, I mean, leave a comment, you know, so I know what you want, what your hearts desire. So I can accustom. I'm not gonna fully accustom to what you guys tell me, of course. You know, I want to keep it how I want it. But, you know, general things are always good. I'm surprised they didn't break this, but that's a zombie above me, so he's probably gonna try and break this in a second. Okay, snow's not as loud. Kind of annoying. Yeah, once I figure out how to turn down game volume, this is gonna be so much easier to do. Okay, I think this is probably gonna be my base setup for now, just because this is pretty big so far. Also, I want to make a storage crate as soon as possible, because if you've never played this game, excuse me, this is obviously trying, or well, not obviously, I don't want to be insulting to Digital DNA, the people who made this game, by the way, if you didn't know that, because this game's really good. Probably well, I say probably just to be nice, but this is okay. I'm just probably gonna say probably. This is probably the best indie game on 360, still to this date. If you go to their website, I don't think, not Digital DNA itself, but if you go to like the Castleminer Z webpage or whatever, it says it sold like 2 million copies of this game. I don't think it came on disc. That would have been really cool to see in stores for at least maybe like a year or something. Man, I would have loved to go to GameStop and just saw Castleminer Z on the shelves. Like that's like a dream, honestly. That sounds kind of lame, maybe. But just to see like one of these smaller games on the shelf, like, would make like a huge impact. Like you see some of those games at GameStop that like shouldn't belong there, just because like how many people are really playing that game. Like I don't remember what game it is, but like some of those games that use like the unturned style, where it's like Minecraft but like slightly more detailed, not so pixelized type thing. Yeah, some of those games are like in GameStop on shelves, and that's kind of weird because it's like those games, unless they are really big with people, I highly doubt it though, but those games I don't think should deserve to be on GameStop shelves. Like, if Castleminer Z can't even make it on the shelf and it sold like 2 million copies, was extremely, like, one of the biggest games on 360, and it was not on shelves, unless it's like in some other country. I never saw it. But like, honestly, if this game wasn't on the shelf, a lot of those games would deserve to be on the shelf. Like, nothing compares to these games. Also, like, I've kind of gone from like telling live story to calling out games, but calling out another game, PixArk. Haven't tried it. Played the real Ark Survival Evolved, which is super fun, by the way. Really good game. Like $60 to $50 or something. Maybe the price went down. I think it's still $60. It might be 50 now. But it's a really fun, good game. Like a survival game. Survival game about like taming dinosaurs and stuff. In case you didn't know. Can I make a door, or is it to? Oh, that requires copper, but that requires metal, and that's, or iron, whatever. It requires way more iron than it did. Okay, we're good. Like PixArk though, that kind, not an unturned style, but it's like real pixely, and not like super pixelated, but it's like Trove pixel. And it's like, that's really just like Ark Survival Evolved on like a pixelated scale is what I'm pretty sure the entire game is. And honestly, if you can make money off a ripoff of a game just by like pixelating it, like that seems kind of cheap. Like honestly, I mean, like why is it even like on GameStop? Like I didn't even hear about that game till like going to the Microsoft store and seeing it, or like seeing it in GameStop. Like there's no real news about it. Maybe like 1 or 2 ads, but that's like it. Also, I don't know how long you want this video to be. I'm probably gonna end it at like the 30-minute mark, because that seems like a good video. I know content, or not I know in order to gain ads, the video has to be at least 10 minutes, which is totally not a problem. I seem to rant and talk way longer than I need to be, but probably because I have unedited footage. But I mean, who needs edited footage unless like you really don't care about like what you're not calling anyone out, but I'm just saying, like, do you really need to edit your footage when you're trying to talk the whole time about stuff? Like other YouTubers, like Vanos does a lot of like jump cuts and stuff, and that's more for like comedic effect, I would say. But it's like, do you really need to do jump cuts all the time? Because like his content's pretty good. So it's like, if you're talking all the time and you're not really doing anything boring, I mean, like, wouldn't you want to keep that all in so people, you know, do that stuff? And actually, well, I don't even, well, I kind of do. It's so loud, dude. But I mean, it's like, if I'm just talking to you guys the whole time, pretty much. Also, sorry that I'm not showing much of the game and just talking my head off. Not really like this in real life, I don't think. But I mean, I don't know. I don't really pay attention to myself, right? Also, by the way, don't worry about those sounds, cause zombies can't break through anything that's like rock or stronger. So like walls like this, even copper walls, I don't think they can break through those. Oh, prevents some monsters from digging? Oh, that's for all of it. Well then why would you make it so that, like, I don't know. See, on 360 it was like so much simpler. The game was anyways, because it was like on 360 it was like the beta version. This is like all brand new and updated because it's on PC, so they're gonna keep updating it. After downloading the game, which was actually pretty recently, it was like this week, yeah, because today's Sunday, I think. Is it? I think it's Sunday, yeah. Yeah, so I got it this week, not this upcoming week, but this week. Like the Wednesday or something. Because I wanted to, you know, have this game to play on the channel, but also just to play it on PC. I didn't really have any money to buy any games, and I remembered how cool this game was, so I was like, yeah, show it off to the internet type thing, right? Plenty of people have probably played this game, and if you're looking for Castleminer Z content from other people and you stumbled upon me, please don't rag on me about like, oh, I'm a veteran and I understand everything you're talking about and you must be new. Please don't do that. Especially not to anyone who doesn't understand the game. I mean, I wouldn't take the YouTube community straight off the bat and think everyone's gonna be an a-hole about it. But I'm just saying, like, if someone hasn't seen this game or they're seeing it for the first time, please introduce this game to them, because this is a really cool game. I'm reaching the half hour, 30-minute mark, whatever you want to call it. So I think I'm just gonna end recording with that. And oh, So it's a duel you want? Okay, got it. I'm just gonna end it here then. I mean, if you guys want to see more of this content or something on my channel, please let me know by commenting. Subscribe if you like this content, of course. I'm not going to force you to do anything, because technically I can't. Not even physically, unless I knew your IP address and found out where you lived. But I can't do that. Anyways, I don't have an intro or anything, or any exit, and I don't know how to edit yet, so I think it saves, right? I'm pretty sure it does. It wouldn't just not save. Hold on, let me see real quick, just before we end this, because I don't want to... Okay, I don't know, so... Actually, let me test it real quick. Well... No, it does not save your progress. Well, that was a showcase of this game then. Enjoy the probably somewhat loud music. Banging soundtrack, by the way. Maybe next time I'll actually start moving, because that's what the whole point of endurance is. And you'll be able to see me fighting dragons, hopefully winning. Get some real good loot from that. And I will see you all later, I guess. So, bye.